Now, this aspect, you know how I was showing you guys the square, right? I have to show you what this aspect looks like because it kind of shows it here. But I want to explain the astrological concept behind it, okay? It's called a trine because it means usually, I dropped one. Usually what this would mean is that it's the same element. Okay, so this would mean, let's say we're talking about fire. It would mean Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius are at the corners, which means they agree. They work harmoniously together, regardless of what planet it is, because it's all the same element. Even if they're different modalities, they're all fire. They work together. If it's earth, that would be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Air, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So it usually works together regardless of what placement it is because they're the same element. Now, a sextile would be this. It would mean sextile because now there's 6 points. So let's say this is touching this. That would mean that we have elements that are complementary. So for example, if this was water, if the bottom triangle is water, the top triangle would be earth. So this could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and here we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It doesn't matter what placement it is, they still agree because they are complementary elements. Water and earth nurture each other. Water gives life to earth, and earth gives stability to water. Or let's flip it around. Let's say it's fire and air. Then fire and air still get along, even if they're not the same modality or the same element, they are compatible. Air feeds fire, and fire warms air. Does that make sense? So sextiles and trines are harmonious. It's called symbiosis because they help each other. Okay, now let's read the actual information. It says trine and sextile planets promote collaboration by backing one another up, cheering one another on, and adding strength and value to their roles. A trine is formed by 2 planets 1/3 of the way around the circle from each other, 120 degrees apart. A sextile is half of that, 60 degrees apart. Trine planets operate from the same element, fire, earth, air, or water, and speak the same language. Sextile planets relate from the same polarity, but in different modalities. Cardinal, fixed, or mutable, they operate like supportive, non-competitive best buddies. Action. Lean into what is easy and comfortable and use that comfort to renew, grow, and expand. Look for people who have compatible and complementary ideas or skills to yours. Work with your allies. Gently expand your world through compatible people, collaborative skills, and through doing what you love. Look for a person who holds a missing piece of the project and bring them in. Find those whose work you approve of and invest in them. Engage family members and friends who really understand you. Explore what you have in common with a beloved and focus on that rather than on your differences, and build out from there. Wander in a favorite landscape and learn from what you find there. Play your favorite music, but on a new instrument. Bring your attention to where your energy flows easily, where support can be found, where enthusiasm exists. Grow organically. When life is hard, a dinner with friends where you can laugh, relax, and let down your guard can be great medicine. What a balm to talk over problems with someone who understands your worldview and to whom you don't need to explain yourself. Moments of ease can prepare us for the bigger challenges ahead. Challenge. The path of least resistance can be both delightful and limiting. Don't get stuck in a comfortable rut. Gift. Lift one another up and grow. The comfort of compatible aspects can help us build up the resources needed to do the hard work and face the tough stuff. So this is very different from the reading we did the other day considering squares and oppositions, because this is about harmony. This is about things that are easy to work with together. Okay, so let's see how this applies to today's collective. How does this apply to today's collective? Oh, 3 of Swords. Okay. the Emperor, 8 of Pentacles. We're going to leave it sideways because we don't know what way it's supposed to come out. We'll see in a minute. King of Wands. 7 of Cups. With the Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. The Magician, 4 of Cups. Remember when I said a sextile means that although they are different, they still work together. So here we have a King of Wands, which is fire. And here we have a Queen of Swords, which is air. They are compatible even if they are from different elements. Now, there is potential here. But the 3 of Swords could indicate that both people have had a bad history, possibly, well, let me put it to you this way. Let's say that a trine is usually people from the same modality or a supportive modality, whereas an opposition would create more issues, right? For example, let's say that this king is fire and they are a Leo, for example. Let me look at the natal wheel real quick. I'm going to see if I can show you something. I don't know if I'll be able to show it. I'm trying to think whose natal wheel. Ooh, who should I show? Oh, let's just look at today's date. So let's see. Hold on, because I want to show you something. 1 second. What's today's date? I already forgot. What is today's date? The 6th. Okay. February 6th. And we're just going to put noon regardless of the time because it's just easier that way, okay? Okay. So this is where the planets are today. So you see how this here would be a trine. 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 Even the colors are compatible. Green and blue, yellow and red. Okay. So let's say this would be Leo and the queen is air. So if this is Leo, the queen could be Gemini or Libra, not Aquarius, because that would be an opposition. If this is Aries, then that would make the queen either Gemini or Aquarius, not Libra, because that's an opposition. If this is Sag, it would make the queen Libra or Aquarius, not Gemini, because that would be an opposition. Do y'all get what I'm saying? That's the point I was trying to make. Because if it's the same modality, let me go back, hold on. If it's the same modality, for example, Aries and Libra are both cardinal, but because they're different elements, they oppose each other. Can they work in harmony? Yes, but not as much harmony as when there's a sextile, because then they're not threatening each other. And the reason that they're not threatening each other is because when there's cardinal energy or mutable energy or fixed energy, and they're both in the same modality, it means they both, they clash because, for example, in cardinal, that's the leader energy. Both people want to run the show from different places. If it's fixed energy, both people are incredibly stubborn, but for different reasons. If it's mutable energy, both people want to be the class clown, the attention seeker, but for different reasons. So they threaten each other. Whereas if it's a sextile, They allow the other person to do their thing and they support them because it helps them do their thing. Does that make sense? So this is not an opposition because that's not what came up. Although it could be because it's partnership. So either these two are the same modality or they're not, but they're still compatible. Now, that being said, sorry I had to go into all that detail. I'm saying all that because a square is a lot more challenging than an opposition, or especially a sextile or trine. So these two, I don't know if the Three of Swords is just the masculine or if it's both. Because with Eight of Pentacles, they might have met at work. Or this masculine, for now I'm going to put it upright. This masculine might have decided that they didn't want to be involved with love because, you know, it was too much deceit, too much lies. They were just going to focus on their work. Let's see. Clarify Three of Swords. We get the Two of Swords. Hold on. Cards feel a little stiff. Just need a quick shuffle. Clarify Three of Swords. Judgment. The Empress, Death card, and the Two of Cups. The Page of Swords. This King of Wands may be somebody who was married. They had their Empress, so they probably had a full-blown family, or they felt like they had a full-blown family, and then things fell apart. So now they're in the state of thinking that they're better off without love. Resurrecting love to them means resurrecting the heartache, because they equate love with hurt. With the Death card, they've accepted that whatever is between them and this Empress is over. But I think that they thought they would always love this Empress. They thought that they would always grieve this connection. Not that they would ever tell anybody that. But something about this Queen of Swords is making them start rethinking things. Let's see. Clarify the Emperor. Five of Cups. Four of Pentacles. The World card. Ace of Pentacles. King of Cups. With the Tower. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This Emperor really thought that they were going to grieve over this Empress the rest of their life. They might have even been the ones that did, or they blamed themselves. They might have felt like, it's my fault that things fell apart. I destroyed this connection. I don't deserve love. Like there was a lot of sorry me energy. And no indication that they were ever going to get out of that energy. Even if they were lonely, even if they were feeling the need for human companionship, they never thought that that would end. They felt heavy grief. So that possibly went on 4 or 5 years, possibly. Doesn't have to be. That's just, this is a collective, so it's going to apply differently, to different people. But with the World card here, which indicates endings, this is coming to an end. This energy they have, this idea that they don't deserve love, that it's better to stay away from love. They're shocked that they're even considering a new beginning. But with the King of Cups here, this Queen of Swords has just inched her way into their heart. They're starting to care about her. I don't like this. I don't like this because they're sitting here, they're still in fear because a piece of them is thinking that she's doing something to magically alter how they feel. Yeah, they see her as somebody who's very much in tune with the spiritual world. So although they feel a connection, they're still full of fear. There's still some paranoia there. Clarify Eight of Pentacles. Possibly because it's so shocking to them. They never thought that they'd open up again. Ten of Swords. Clarify Eight of Pentacles. Well, that's a lot of cards. Okay, Ten of Swords, the Emperor, the High Priestess, Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So with the Emperor, this could be... They might have met this Queen of Swords in their place of employment. Now, okay, let me rephrase that. I shouldn't just equate work with Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is Virgo energy. So it's the things we do in our daily life. It's the 9 to 5 that we work. It's the gym that we go to. It's the doctor's appointment we take care of. It's the grocery store. It's the coffee shop we like to go to. So all of those are possible places they might have met. It's something that was a part of this king's or emperor's daily routine. And they were in this energy of feeling, I mean, look at all these cards. Three of Swords, Five of Cups, the Death card, Ten of Swords. They really thought they were never going to get over this. Never, in Spanish, superarlo. Never going to overcome it. But then they meet this High Priestess in their daily life. And you know what? I think she was going through some distress as well. And that might have been the way that they came into each other's life. She didn't come into their life like, oh, hey, like trying to flirt with them. They would have immediately shut that down. I think when she came into their life, she was also in distress, and they understood that. They understood what it feels like. It brought out, whether they realized it or not, it brought out the protective side of them because they could feel the genuine distress. This was real. And also her strength in trying to overcome it. Clarify Seven of Swords. Clarify Seven of Swords. Ooh. Queen of Wands. This is odd. Interesting. So this is letting me know that although there was all this devastation from this Empress, they might not have gotten a divorce. They might have just been separated for many, many years. Because it shows Seven of Swords, what they're not telling this High Priestess. What are they not telling her? That they're still married. They might have thought that this was going to be a chance encounter. It was going to be a quick encounter. It was going to be although it brought out a different side of them, they're like, yeah, this is going to be exciting.